So let's talk about the difference between focus and experimentation when it comes to growing your business. So this question comes from Twitter and it says, I only offer content marketing services / this is blog post writing for B2B SaaS. I think SEO is still valuable, but maybe not the highest ROI marketing activity. So I wanted to experiment with other parallel services just like content promotion services. For example, getting Twitter influencers to do content collabs with my clients. At what point is experimentation helpful versus destroying your focus? Thanks. So one, I would focus on my core business, whatever's driving the most revenue, the 20% that drives the 80% of the results. And if you find that you're actually capping yourself out or you're not getting enough leads in the beginning, then you need to think about your offer. When you offer a service like SEO, just for everyone to understand here, it takes a while to see results. We're talking could be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or whatever it is exactly to start to get compounding traffic that comes from SEO. And SEO is just getting harder and harder. And so to me, if it seems like a service is getting more difficult, well, what are people actually looking for? What is the goal here? Let's think about first principles. People do marketing because they want to get more reach, and they want to get more reach because they want to drive more customers for their business. And so where is there good organic reach right now if SEO is becoming more difficult? Well, if it's B2B SaaS, I would think that LinkedIn is pretty good. I would think that Twitter is pretty good as well. And maybe 20% of the time I'm experimenting with these new services, 80% of the time I'm focusing on my core business. And then if it just so happens that the experimentation piece takes off, then you make that a real thing. And what I've learned over the years is that if you want to grow as an agency, you focus first, and then you start to hear signal from other areas. You start to hear demand from other areas. Maybe you hear something maybe 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, becoming more something. It's like, maybe I should think about this more. And you think about how you can pilot it with some of the clients that you're working with, saying, hey, like, we're thinking about piloting this. Is this something that you need? And maybe we're going to charge you cost, or maybe we'll do it for free for the first 30 days or so. And if you like it, we can talk about negotiating a longer term deal. The key thing too to think about here is a lot of people that do service types of businesses, they add too many services too quickly, but they also try to do too many other things too. So for example, I'm speaking from experience here. I try to do a SaaS thing. I try to do an education thing. I try to do a senior living thing in the middle as well. I think all those things would have worked out if I just focused on those things. And these things did pretty decently on their own, but because we had split our resources from a monetary standpoint and also a people standpoint, let's say we had 3 different pillars over here, they're all moving slower versus you focus on one pillar, it just moves a lot faster. That's the beauty of focus. It allows you to move a lot faster, and focus actually liberates you from distractions, and it helps you keep your team locked in, and it has a lot of benefits. The other thing I'll leave you with here is you want to think about the difference between focus and experimentation as not one or the other. It's usually operates on a sliding scale. So on one end, you might have focus over here. On the other end, you might have experimentation, and you might have a season where you're experimenting more than you're focusing. And so let's say you focus so much and you've built a nice 10, 15, $20 million business, but you're starting to see a decline. Maybe you need to adjust the slider and move it more towards experimentation and try new things, because if you don't adapt, you're going to die. So it just depends on the season that you're in. And if you feel like things aren't working well for you right now, then you got to think about adjusting that slider a little bit. And sometimes it's, should you micromanage people versus delegate them? Should you focus on growth versus profitability? These things are not usually an or thing. It's usually how much you want to adjust the dial. So if you find that your clients are looking for more content promotion services, give that a shot. If it's like you think the puck is going towards LinkedIn or Twitter, give that a shot. You won't figure it out until you actually try it, but you got to balance that with actually bringing in money so you can put food on the table for your people and also for you. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. What else you'd like to hear me talk about? It makes it way easier for me when I can just answer questions off the cuff like this. And if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, you can check out this next video over here on the 7 fatal blunders that will obliterate your business. Catch you later.